All right, let's do it.
Great.
Vodka and Juice Boxes is live. They're pouring the juices, and the moms are getting together to talk about the things that, well, they don't talk about to anybody else except you today here on this show. Welcome. Go around the table here and introduce yourselves, girls.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Paul, for that wonderful introduction and that custom music intro. That was amazing.
I'll get you to lift the mic a little bit.
Yes, here we go.
I know.
That's awesome. First and foremost, let's cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers. Does everybody have their drinks? Ding,
Yes.
ding, ding. Did you sneak one at work, maybe?
I always did. There was no secret.
All right. Okay, well, before each show, I always want to give our new listeners a quick little rundown of who we are. Vodka and Juice Boxes is an audio lunch break with your new best friends. A chance for you and your girls to tune in. My sister's totally rolling her eyes right now.
I did. I'm just like...
So let's do this. Anyways, we are no way professionals in any field that we talk about. We're just here as a hashtag confession session. Amanda came up with that, and I love that term.
Confession session. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We are here in the studio with myself, mom of 2 boys. I have a 3.5-year-old and an 11-month-old who pretty much eats anything. Amanda has 2 beautiful girls. How old is Waylon now? 3.5 months? And
Yeah, she'll be 4 months on the 14th.
that's a little Bean and Bowie, who's going on 5. And Jessica, welcome her back to continue the conversation.
Hello.
Mom of 6, 4, 5.
Mom of 4. I am a stepmom of 2, 13, 11, 8, going on 9, 4.5, 2, and just turned 1.
Not good when you have to think about their ages.
I do
there.
have to think about it, and their
I never know
birthdays.
how old
I'm
my
like,
kids
just whatever with that.
That's amazing. Amanda, what are we drinking today?
Okay, well, I went to World Market. They have a bunch of like really cool mixers and stuff, and my intention was to do a lychee martini. If anyone has a good recipe out there for a lychee martini, then hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. So I ended up not finding that. I decided to do sangria instead.
It's a fizzy fun sangria.
Yeah, it was like a complete set all in one. It was like fizzy like champagne. The brand is Sandara Premium Sangria, and then I brought a little bit of vodka to
And we also added some fruit in it just to make it even more fun.
Yeah, more
Little
pretty
berries.
Mo pretty.
All right, sister, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody what we're going to talk about today?
The topic is going from 1 kid to 2 or more. I'm just going to talk about my personal transition from 1 to 2 kids, and I know my sister's got a different story, and then I'm going to ask Jessica why the hell she had so many children. So that's what we're going to talk about.
I thought this was a different thing. You came in today and I said, what's the topic? You said from 1 to many. I thought it was about husbands. You're going to go from 1 to many husbands.
No, but I do say my next husband probably won't have kids.
Oh, he better not. You would have so many. It'd be so crazy.
Just collecting husbands and kids like tokens.
Yeah, right. Like the Brady Bunch. Isn't that what the Brady Bunch is all about?
No, what's her name? Elizabeth Taylor?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, Elizabeth Taylor. At least
I'd rather be her than the Brady Bunch.
Oh, that is so funny. Whenever I collect like a new piece of jewelry, I'm like, I'm just one step closer from living the dream, like Liz. That's all I want. I want to like live in robes and live in bed with a bell that brings me drinks and
a new
wonderful.
husband.
You guys are too young to remember Elizabeth Taylor. Oh my goodness, I lived that life. I watched her grow up.
She's magic.
On screen. Yeah.
All right, sister. Okay, why don't you just start kind of from the beginning, coming home from the hospital with baby Waylon. What was different this time around? Why was it so hard?
Okay, so I tried really hard for baby number 2, and so throughout like every single episode, I'm gonna say how much I don't like children. Like I really don't like children. But I do.
that.
No.
It's the truth.
But I do obviously enough to want to try that.
Yes.
Fucking hard for another one. I mean, like I did I
It was
spent a lot of
3
money on
years.
like 5 rounds of Clomid and HCG shots, and then I did acupuncture and not trying. Great advice, guys. Thanks.
Acupuncture. What does acupuncture have to do with having children?
I don't
Calm you
know.
down.
Hey,
I don't
supposedly
know.
it works. I've heard a lot of people who've done it.
Yeah, and if it worked for you, then good. I don't know. I was just I think the stress mostly is what holds you back. So for whatever reason, it happened when I just felt like it was only going to be Bowie, Brian, and I. Like when I had completely let go of the idea that I could have more kids is when it happened. So.
And so it happened.
And we all cried.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
So when you let go, it happened. Is that a message in that? When you try too hard at something?
No, there's not. Because if you try to
different.
tell me, you're just trying too hard, I'm going to throw my drink in your face.
Yeah.
And then I would wring your hair out back into my glass.
I literally did everything you could do not to get pregnant. And then I didn't even think I was pregnant. I just thought it was like a rolling over hangover.
I remember
Yes,
that.
And then I ended up being 9 weeks pregnant, and I was like, the fuck.
Oh
I remember that.
I remember that story. That's awesome.
I cried for weeks.
Yes.
That's so funny. Joey was the same way. Okay, I'm sorry. I keep going off track.
No, you're fine. So you are pregnant. Bring baby Waylon home.
So with Waylon, the experience was completely different. I got off my birth control with Bowie, and I got pregnant like instantly 2 months before my wedding. And so that was a shock, and I wasn't ready for it. And that was like a completely different feeling. So the second time, I was like pure joy. You know, I had that condition pregnant, but I still enjoyed my pregnancy. And then I enjoyed the whole hospital thing. I cried tears of joy when the baby was put on my chest. I didn't do that with my first one because I was in shock that I had to have an emergency C-section. And I was like bawling. I was just so scared.
Your first one you did?
No, yeah. I had emergency C-section with Bowie, and I ended up having to have a second C-section.
Okay.
Otherwise, they would have had to go in there and like fix a bunch of stuff. I said, fuck that. She's fine. So with Bowie, I cried a lot, like, with the baby. They, like, put her on my chest, and I was like, get her off of me. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, I can't even breathe. Like, I'm just crying so hard. Like,
yeah.
I was so scared because it happened so
You have
fast.
a phone
I didn't
call?
have a second.
Oh, it looks like we have a phone call, Amanda.
Well, she was in the middle of a story.
Wow,
I didn't want
thank
to
you.
interrupt
No,
you.
this is
that's
awesome.
fine.
I'm so excited.
Thank you. We're saving her from the stories.
This is the essence of our conversations all the time.
Yeah.
Please bring them in.
All right, so welcome to Vodka and Juice Box. Please identify yourself, caller.
Hi, my name is Jackie.
Hi!
Jersey is on the
Jackie.
phone.
Oh, I remember her.
This is my girlfriend from Jersey.
Hey, Jersey. Thanks for joining the conversation.
Hey, boo.
I'm so excited.
So what made you want to pick up the phone and join this drunken hashtag, what'd you call it? A
Confession
confessional.
session.
Yes.
Well, I'm getting there. I'm a little drunk, so
Okay.
no,
Perfect.
I heard Amanda talking about because I've known her for a little bit. I met her through
A little bit. For a long time.
A long time. And I heard her talking about like her trying to get pregnant.
Yeah. What's up with that?
I just, yeah, I joined in. I kind of had the same, I don't know what that would call like journey or whatever.
Yeah.
Of trying to, and everybody would say, oh, it's going to happen, and I wanted it like so bad, and I tried so many different things, and it was,
So why is it? I hear this all the time. I'm the grandpa in the group here. I've lived through this many times and many friends and stuff.
To talk to you. I've heard you.
I'm the only one sitting with my mouth wide open as you guys.
But I'm excited to talk to you.
Thank you. So what is it? Is it just life that what you really want you can't get? So when you really, I know people we were that people that just desperately wanted to get pregnant, couldn't. We finally adopted. But so many then, like you had your one friend in here, oh my God, she knew the guy 2 weeks and she got pregnant. I don't think that's what she was looking for. So
Priscilla.
Jeez, Priscilla.
Right.
Just kidding.
So what is
That's
it?
that type of person I am too. Like literally, you look at me, sneeze on me, boom, pregnant.
She's
I
all,
won't
God damn
sneeze.
it.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Don't look at me either.
All right,
Actually.
I'll try not to. All right, I'll try to. But
I
I'm
have
just.
enough baby daddies.
But why is it that what you really want you can't? You really don't want to get pregnant. You do. You really do want to get pregnant. You can't. That just seems to be a common theme I hear over and over and over
It
again.
just is what it is.
I think so too.
No, for me, I just like me and my sister are about 11 years apart. She's older than me.
Okay.
And I hated not having a sibling around in the house. So I felt like for my daughter, I really wanted her to, like, I was bummed if she was going to be by herself. I mean,
Yeah, me
if it
too.
was going to happen, it was going to happen. But I kind of felt like the family.
Like you owed her a
Right.
sibling. Because I felt the same way.
I felt the same way with Ezekiel and Malachi
Yeah,
as well.
because Juliet and I both had 5, and to have one kid, I was not capable of giving her everything that she needed.
Right.
She needed a sibling.
I never thought of it that way. I wanted it for me.
That's what,
See?
that's what
There
I
you go.
want.
Yeah, I'm like, forget about you. I want more.
Well, babies was like the whole kid thing was hard for me, like period. So
Yeah.
so my My
Why? What's hard with kids?
Oh God.
Oh.
Can I just tell you, her daughter is so freaking cute
See?
too. I swear she's like my spirit animal because she comes up to me
Animal.
and she says, "Can I have this crown?" And I said, "Yeah, honey, that's what I got it for." She said, "Can I have these necklaces?" I said, "Yeah, have them." So you had 2 at that time. She came back to me a little bit later. 4. Can I have these? I'm like, yeah, you could have them. I think she walked out the door with I don't even know how many on.
She cleaned
and
you
I
out.
was like,
Well, at least she
you
asked.
are amazing.
She's amazing.
I would have given them all to her.
She's like a rain star.
So, Jackie, let me ask you then.
Got to keep you talking in the mic, though. You don't want to talk into the mic.
Sorry, it's just like right on my face.
I know.
Maybe
that's
a
okay.
phallus. Or, I don't know.
just the
You have 2
microphone.
kids,
I
you're
know.
used
Just
to
the
it.
microphone.
Right there. I wanted to ask you, so you got pregnant. Little man is here now, and we're going to transition the whole conversation to this baby bliss that Amanda felt with Waylon. Do you feel that with your second one right now?
I do. So I'm very, very early, and I'm about a month. He's a month actually yesterday.
Oh, congratulations,
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
bean.
Thanks. So what'd you say?
Little bean. He's just a baby. Sorry, keep going. Don't worry about me.
No. So I think I go through stages. Like I'm very early, so this is like me also sleep deprived and a little
Drunk.
buzzed right now talking.
Yeah.
So
Couldn't tell
Let it
any
out.
of it. Couldn't
Let
tell
it
any
out.
of it.
No, couldn't tell.
But is there any difference, girls? Is there any difference between 1 and 2?
We're
yeah,
getting there. That's going to be the.
Okay,
yeah.
That's
I'll
the whole
let
gist of
Jackie
it.
tell her
Alright.
story,
Yeah.
and then I'll tell mine.
Alright.
Go.
Keep going, Bevis.
So with one, I had it handled. I would wake up. I would have everything according to what we were going to do that day, perfectly planned, and it would be, it would work out so well.
Sounds like me.
It's a shit show.
Yeah.
It's just whatever. The other day I was so tired, and I was trying to deal with one, and one's crying, and the other one's upset, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I hadn't done my hair in a week, and I was like a shell of myself. I was like, what the hell happened to me? I don't even think I've done anything or looked at myself in a month.
Now wait a second. Now go on Facebook. She just said "aw" because that's what she's supposed to say. They're all laughing in the studio.
No,
right?
because I was,
Go look.
I
we're
was
laughing
chewing
at
a
eating.
strawberry. I was chewing a strawberry
Oh, okay.
into
And
the
Jessica's
mic.
telling her to
and
shut up.
Yeah, she's all, I can hear you.
I have a weird thing about eating just alone in general.
Jackie used to come over to my house, even with Shiloh, and she would have yesterday mascara on, and she would have a headband on, she just worked out, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
all right, come here, hold on, let's get dressed first, okay? Let me dress you. I'm not going out with you like this. And then
so much worse.
it's the best.
So much worse. You would die right now.
Oh my God! And then Priscilla would be picking pieces of rice out of her hair, and she's just like,
no.
Priscilla was doing that to me at your party too. She
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, "How did you leave the house with all this hair on you?"
she nitpicks everything. Oh, good. See, Jack, she does that to Jessica too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But you know what? At the same time, I need it because I walk in and I
Oh, I know that you embrace it. That's why I'm that's why I put you on blast. That's fine. Juliet walks into my house and she's just like, when has Gloria been here? Is she coming today maybe?
What are you doing with yourself? Just hanging out with 2 kids and not working?
Give
or
the
doing
number for
anything?
Gloria to call in now. The call-in number for those listening, 949-330-7761. Call in. Operator standing by to take your call. Gloria, you need to answer this.
Oh,
I
she
know.
doesn't speak English, so that's not going to happen.
Wait, is
okay.
your Gloria the same as my Gloria?
I doubt. Well, did you get it from Priscilla?
Did you get it from
Her-
Priscilla?
her-
What
sorry,
is that?
number-
That's a total
I meant
side
it.
topic, ladies.
Maybe. I'm not even sure.
I can't live without Gloria. I'll tell
I
you
can't
that
live
right
without
now.
Patricia.
You know, I
so
have to sometimes, and then I just then sorry,
Some,
I'm not gonna do it.
some
Oh no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it either. So no, I'm not gonna do it. There's absolutely no.
Are we
I'm
talking?
tidy.
Are we talking
our
kids?
house, our house,
Cleaning
our
the
house.
house. I'm tidy, but I'm not.
That's
I'm
part
not,
of
like, deep
transitioning
clean. No, yeah, I
From
agree.
1 to 2 kids,
I
you
agree.
can't expect me to do the laundry, take care of the kids, give them a fun, magical life. Make sure you have dinner when you get home, and you want me to clean the
No,
stairs.
definitely
make
not.
sure it's mopped and swept and everything
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
else.
Yeah,
No.
no, I hear
And
you.
put mascara on and eyebrows.
I'd be lost without Patricia. Hey, Patricia. I love
You're
you.
just Patricia.
I'll tell you what.
Patricia,
I would rather stop dyeing my hair and have roots 7 inches long than get rid of Gloria. It's not gonna happen.
Well, Aaron told me I need to cut expenses. I'm like, I just won't eat for the week. This is how we.
Oh, yeah, I won't
just
eat. I
won't
don't care.
We need Patricia
I'll
because
skip
she is my
lunch.
saving grace. I need that toilet to
Yes.
be clean.
Yeah. I'm tidy. Like, I can keep everything in its place. But when it comes to like deep cleaning, it's not gonna happen. You picked the wrong girl.
Oh, we have to clean the house before she even
now
gets there.
I have to bring
anyways,
this back.
We do have to
I thought we were talking about kids here.
It is part of the kids.
And kids aren't tidy. Kids are messy.
Well,
and I have boys, they pee everywhere.
Oh, please, really?
Well, a part
in
of
the shower.
They
like
just
it's a
let
urinal.
Yes.
Well, I pee in the shower too. Every man does.
TMI, Paul.
Do you have a Gloria? Or is that your wife?
Patricia?
It's my wife. That's what I got a wife for.
That is what
That's
you
what I got
think
a wife
of her.
I didn't
Welcome
say
to Sofa City tonight. starring-
yes, exactly. She would. She'd
If
slap me
anybody has
upside the head.
anything to say to Paul,
Yeah. Okay, call in.
All right, I'm gonna bring this back to Jackie.
Bring it
Jackie,
back.
I want to know.
I'm just FYI, I'm getting text from Priscilla because she's her biggest fan of stories of what to tell about her.
Oh God.
Oh my.
Priscilla,
You are.
she will
She's like,
tell
I am so
whatever.
great and wonderful. Make sure you say, Priscilla, you are.
Jackie's crazy. She's crazy. Okay,
So the topic was kids.
yeah, no, yeah, but I
always
want
kids.
I know. And Jackie's on topic. I keep chiming in, but Jackie's gonna tell us the difference between going from 1 to 2. Ready, go.
On your mark.
Ooh, gosh, think, so
No
my
difference.
Huge difference. My biggest thing right now is I've never been so annoyed at my first daughter, and that is something that I never felt before. Like her, where she'll come up and she'll want to be around me and talk to him, and I'm constantly, all I feel like I'm doing is telling her to go away, and I feel horrible about that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I felt that.
Yeah.
Because don't you think the first suddenly feels threatened? There's somebody else
Yeah.
for your attention in between you and them?
They're not really doing anything. They just need something, and you're so busy that you're just like, can you
Yeah.
just go away?
They don't know how to I don't think they just don't know how to process watching you love something so much.
exactly.
Or-
They've never seen
They
it
feel
before. Yeah.
Right. Or I also feel they're also in a different stage in their life where as they get older, they're wanting to do more things. So for me,
That could be it too. I
for
don't
me,
know.
it's completely opposite. I feel, and I feel so bad for saying this, Malachi, I hope you don't ever listen later, but I feel like Malachi interrupted my flow with Ezekiel. I was very conscious of my relationship I had with Ezekiel, and when I was pregnant with Malachi and he was coming, I was so afraid that he was going to ruin what I had with Ezekiel
Yeah.
Because you felt like you
I
had
felt
just
the same
gotten
way
there.
too.
Yes.
How could I possibly love another child as much as I love this one?
And I
See, 'cause
just
I never
got
felt
there.
any of that. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
So I want to hear you guys' sides.
Yeah,
But
and
I felt like that when I was pregnant. I felt like he can't come and interrupt what I have with her. And then when he came, it totally switched.
Out the window.
yeah, for me it didn't though.
Yeah.
I feel really bad
That's
saying it.
interesting.
I looked at
No,
Malachi.
don't feel bad because
I
you're a
literally-
really good mom to him, and you
Oh
always
my God,
you give
I'm
him so much
obsessed with the
attention.
Michelin baby that I have. Like he is, I can't
He's a
stop
he's the complete
kissing
opposite
this
from the first one.
fat, happy little man, and he's everything to me. But the first 3 months were very hard. I probably cried every single day. I couldn't connect with him. I just wanted to be with Ezekiel.
Oh, well, you had a hard time nursing, and then you kind of took it personal that he wasn't latching on.
Well, and I took it personal that he ruined my body, and it goes back to last month.
Last
That's
week's
interesting.
show,
'Cause I
yeah.
feel like the second one ruined my body, and I'm so attached to her. Because she's so sweet.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
It's so
I
weird that
looked
everybody
at
goes
him
through different
and
things.
I literally was like, "You did this to me," and I felt so bad. But I think I was out
what's
of
funny?
my wits.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny? Oh,
I
you
don't
were,
know.
of course. I mean, but you know what's funny is that Bowie says to me, she goes, "Mom, you love me more, right? Because."
Oh no.
Yeah, she's all, I didn't do anything to her body. Because
She knows
No, but
that? She
listen,
recognizes it? Oh my
daughter,
goodness.
She's really
but
smart.
she's really smart, and so before anybody
How old
freaks
is she?
out, she's
How old is she?
almost
Almost
five. But
She told me to flip my table upside down and check for spiders before she would sit down. And
my
I was like,
God.
oh my God,
That's
I
not a
love you
5-year-old.
more.
that's a whole that's a whole
She's very mature.
She's
little
very,
Yes.
very, very mature, and this is probably something that I did wrong, but I've held it as like a standard instead of like a bonus for
Right.
Bowie, and
Yes.
so when she has like a day where she is just a 4-year-old, I kind of get upset and like irritated, where I'm like, why are you're acting like a baby? Like, why are you getting like this right now? Like, do you need a break? Do you need to recharge? Like, go rest or whatever. But
Grow up.
Oh, I hate that. As Peter Pan would just kill you.
Yes, right.
Don't ever
Yeah,
tell him
but
to grow up.
I know.
Yes,
So I have a very different relationship with Bowie. Bowie has known her alphabet, her shapes, her letters,
Before 12 months.
her numbers, her animals, the sounds, everything. She's known everything before she was 2. And so, like, she's just always been up to speed, and I have nothing to compare it to. So I just thought this is you know, how she's supposed to be. So I have a very different relationship with my almost 5-year-old, and I feel like.
But you know what I'm missing?
It's probably not fair.
I hear differences.
Yeah,
one's different than the other.
Yeah.
Well, duh. They're not the same. Do you think they were all going to come out and be the same?
Well,
you
no,
do.
You do.
You do until you have more. You think.
Well, yeah.
You think
you don't know.
My first one was talking before 12 months. My second one didn't talk till he was 3.5, and I'm always looking at him thinking, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, so you're comparing.
Yeah, and everyone's like, everybody's different. So then the third one comes out, and it's like, oh, that one's talking, and then you realize that everybody does everything at a different pace.
At their own
They're all
time.
different.
But yeah, that's part of going from one to many.
And I think that's what the hardest was for me is I had this, just like you said, Jackie, we had it dialed in. We had our structure. I knew what to pack. I knew where to go. I knew what his likes were. And then here comes this baby. For me, you guys had this bliss. I felt like an inconvenience, and I hate saying that.
Okay, I don't know if I'm having a bliss. I am in I'm in love with him. Like I feel like I don't have the bliss yet. I'm waiting for that.
Okay.
Because Juliet said the same thing. Juliet said because I had mine, you know, shortly after hers, and she said I'm waiting for the bliss. Is what she said. I'm waiting for that baby bliss. Did you have it with Zeke?
That says it all, folks, right there.
Did you have it, Jackie? Did you have it with Shy? Do you have baby bliss?
I did right away, and it was super easy, and it clicked so quickly.
So for me
and her, it was like the first week.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Interesting.
See, for me, I'm like, the golden years. We got 2 minutes before our
2 minutes to break.
to break, just so we know. So
Jessica, did you have baby bliss with yours?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
See, for me,
and that's why I want to keep going because I get high.
Because that was another
completely
question.
high on having the babies.
I've had women tell me that if they could be nothing, actually, a very good friend of ours said if she could be nothing but pregnant, she would live her whole life like that because there's something about that experience of giving birth and being pregnant.
So if you want to bring it back to and I never even thought about it this way, but we all have a therapist. I mean, I don't know if we all do, but I do at least.
This is your therapy.
Okay,
right
so
here.
no, she told me that I have a fear of being alone, and being pregnant and having the baby is like always having somebody secure and with me, and me being able to give to them and them give to me, and then I start panicking. And it's true. Like once they start growing up, I'm like, oh my God, are they not going to need me? I need somebody else to need me as much as this person.
I think Mom had the same thing because Mom said as soon as you guys turned 2 years old and you didn't want to be held anymore, I had to have another baby.
Yeah. I just
That's
feel like this yearning, and when I see people with babies, instead of me being like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy for you," I'm like,
for me, I want them to be 3 or 4. I want them to be boy because I'm like, do you want to go on an adventure? Do you want treasure? Do you want pirates? And I'm
the opposite of that because I love babies and I love I do
lounging.
I love lounging and I like nurturing the sick and I like taking care of you.
The sick. You can't nurture them when they're healthy. They just nurture the
but
sick.
they want
something about
they want you when they're sick. Yes.
Amanda does that with adults.
Yeah, she does. I like it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm good at. I'm not going to chase you around at a park. Stop it. It's not going to happen.
That day,
I don't want to sweat.
to Amanda's house, she has everything ready for you.
Everything.
It's amazing.
Snacks, drinks, comfy bed, take a shower.
Wow.
It's amazing.
I'm coming to your house when I get sick.
I love it.
That's
what I feel like I'm good at. The playing thing is it just doesn't come out. You know, another part of that is I have never had the imagination my daughter has, and my mom has, and my sister has. I didn't play like that as a kid. I wasn't like that. So that's a hard area for me to relate to. So
she did see fairies. They left footprints on her desk.
Did they really?
See, my stepdaughter, she never played either, too, and I had a hard time connecting with that because I'm like, why don't you want to go to your room and play Barbies? Like, I would spend hours in my own little, that's how she wanted to go outside and play with the boys, and I'm like,
we used to play Barbies all the time.
Oh, I would make them have sex, and then I'd be like, that was
oh no.
Mine would be like, that was cool. I'm done with that.
The sexual beast.
Back to last week.
Can I just tell you one thing about Barbies having sex?
What?
We
did it too.
What are you gonna have to? Oh,
that's it.
Jackie, what did you? Oh, wait. No moment.
Well, that's where babies come from.
That's not where Barbies come from, though.
Jackie, we do want you to stay on the line because we're going to continue this conversation, but we are going to go for a short break, so don't go anywhere.
The break's like a minute.
It's like
30 seconds.
I don't know. It's
60
really
seconds.
long.
But I can still talk to Jackie, right?
Imagine what it would feel like to lose everything. Your job, your home, your family, your dignity. This has happened to thousands of the men, women, veterans, and young adults we serve at Working Wardrobes. What do we do to help? We provide career development services, life skills workshops, job skills training. We provide the perfect interview outfit, and we get clients placed in jobs. Call Working Wardrobes, 714-210-2460. Donate, volunteer, invest, hire.
When it comes to pioneers in their respective industries, we all know the Apples, Starbucks, and Trader Joe's of the world. In the realm of recruiting, Decision Toolbox is the industry's best-kept secret, with 90% of their business from referrals and repeat customers. For over 20 years, Decision Toolbox's U.S.-based team of recruiters, sourcers, professional writers, quality personnel, and tech support has perfected a Six Sigma approach to talent management. No matter the size of the project, Decision Toolbox delivers incredible results. A cost per hire less than half of what contingency firms charge, with the winning candidate presented in an average of 14 days, all with a 12-month candidate warranty. With results like that, Decision Toolbox won't be a secret for long. Visit us at www.dtoolbox.com for more information.
All right, we're back with the girls dishing about how it's like to go from 1 to 2. And we're back with, who's your friend on the line here again?
This is Jackie from Jersey.
Hey, Jackie.
Wow.
We're going to go ahead and zero in on your story.
Jackie, I'm sorry, because we keep cross-contaminating the conversation because we have so many opinions. So, okay, I want to know.
So many opinions.
I want to know. I know that we've talked a million times before about how different it is having 1 and 2 and trying to juggle both of those relationships. I know there's like so tell me what how do you feel? How do you feel like yeah.
Okay, so like I said, I know it's only been a month. Right now, I feel that I never had to try
with Shiloh.
My oldest. It just came naturally. We just got along. It was easy.
Right.
Now, I feel like it's much more work for me to
maintain that relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just like having him is like, this is so easy for me.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain.
No, I agree. I feel similar. Yeah. I feel like Bowie, like going back to like her always being so mature. Bowie went with me everywhere. She was around more adults than she was children for a very long time, and she's mature for age, and just it was just easy. Like I did not talk to her like a baby or like a kid. Like I always talked to her like
I did the same thing with my older one.
Yeah, I talked to her like a normal like human being, like an adult, and I answered all of her questions like I would answer Jessica's question or Juliet's question. I didn't make up the fairy tale version, and I won't do that with my second one. I really won't, because I'm not having that. Like I don't have the imagination. It's not going to happen. So I don't know if it's too much information too early, but.
Did your mom talk to you like that?
I don't remember. I really don't. I feel bad saying that, but I don't ever remember my mom talking to me like a baby. Right. And I do remember, mom's really good at saying like, well, I don't know. Whatever the fuck comes after that. I mean, I don't know. I can't even give you a fake scenario.
Can I ask both of you guys, all three of you girls, actually, this question with your first? It sounds like we had it all dialed in. Amanda, you took Bowie everywhere. Jackie, you felt like you and Shiloh, there was no effort. You and Carter, I mean, he was your first, and he's a lot older than your other ones, and so you guys were like inseparable. Yeah. And so when the next baby came, who was the X factor now? Was it the baby because now you have to like go back to zero, or now that this older child has all these needs, what's the hard part for you?
I'll let Jessica go because I'm talking more than her.
You want to keep you? What about Jackie?
Jackie, what's the hardest for you right now? And then
Jackie made some noise like she didn't want to answer it. So
yeah.
No, Jackie's an open book.
Okay.
So Jackie, what are you really, really struggling with now that you have this baby that you're like absolutely in love with?
What's the problem?
Get out of here, Paul.
What's the problem?
Okay, so I love Paul.
Good.
I know.
My biggest issue is the things that Shai is going through. I've always been like super in tune with what she needs, and my dad with me was very like Amanda is with Bowie. Like, okay, this is life. This is, shit's gonna happen. People are gonna be mean to you, and it's okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna move forward. Like, he was very real with me, and I was always like that with Shai. And she, I feel, has all these new feelings from this baby, and I don't.
You don't know how to handle them.
I don't have the patience, and I don't have like the time.
That's key,
and
patience.
I feel like that's huge for me, because she'll come up to me and she'll say, like, she'll react in ways that I know is not her. Like, she'll run away crying at something that I'm like, you never did that before.
Right,
I
right.
don't have the patience that I feel like I did before. She went over to somebody's house for a play date, and they called me, and they were like, oh, she feels like you're not going to pick her up.
Oh.
Dude, Bowie did something crazy like that at dance class, and I was like, all right, well, we'll see you guys later.
The child thinks you're not coming to get him. You're just dropping him off forever.
Never. For Paul, this never happened.
Paul.
Never
I like that.
No, but that's so true. So it's like you said, it's these new emotions because there's mommies paying all this attention, which they used to have. Right
Now, are there anybody in your child's life that are feeding them that information? Because for me, like, I would get paranoid about that because I had people in, like, maybe my stepchildren's life that were feeding them information like, oh, dad has a new baby and a new woman and they don't love you as much anymore. And then I would kind of like, it was hard to associate their feelings with reality.
Right.
Like,
and
there's no reason you should feel that way.
Yes. And then my son, he didn't feel like that. And my other children, they never felt like that. I will notice sometimes Sawyer will be like, Mommy, hold me. And so I'll always make sure to put the other one down and put the other one up, or we'll sit on the couch and they're all on top of me. I have like a baby on my freaking head.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they are going
that.
and saying it, is there anybody that can influence those feelings, or do you think they're valid feelings? And if they are valid feelings, there's that saying that says that people ask for the love and the most, that people that need the most love, sometimes they ask in the most unloving ways. And maybe even though that's annoying, you should still be able to reach out.
That's a pretty deep thought here.
I'm pretty positive that Bowie has no influence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
no,
Bowie,
I don't. Yeah.
No. But if you're asking a question because you're in a spot where you're like, I can see an influence possible. For me, I don't know what it would be unless she's talking to her friends at school and saying like, we have a new baby, and then like one of her friends would be like,
I don't think so.
Oh, fuck that, because I have one of those, I need to get rid of her. Like, I mean, unless that's a scenario, I don't know where that would have come from,
Because even my cousin, her pediatrician would say, oh, your child's acting out because you had a new baby. And my cousin was like, no, this kid was acting out before I had a new baby. But thanks.
Yep.
But can I ask the question?
Maybe.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jack.
Oh, I think maybe it's just like maybe it was people making a big deal before the baby came, like, oh, this baby is going to come. It's going to be new. Like, I don't know if maybe that got to her head.
Yeah, they probably said in that paranoia.
Yeah. Exactly.
I have no idea.
Here's what I'm struggling to, as I listen to the four of you go on. The theme of the show is how number 2 is different than number 1.
No, it's more of adjusting.
The adjusting.
From one to
Okay.
two.
So what is the adjustment that they're different? I hear a lot of that. Gee, I didn't expect them to be
remember
different.
we have babies, Paul, so we're not sure exactly how different. But I can tell you the experience is different because I worked so hard for the number 2. And number 2, and especially, Paul, because I know that it's my last. And so because it's my last, I soak it all in, and I don't care how much I hold her. I worry about the house less. I don't...
Right.
I'm less nervous if she cries. Babies cry. There's nothing, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to cry because I need to do my hair and I need to clean. I need to help your sister get dressed for school and I need to do the dishes. So you're gonna sit there and cry for a little bit, and I don't have that crazy feeling that I did with Bowie, where I'm like, oh, like fuck, Brian, you have to come home because this is too much for me. Like I don't have that. I don't have that this time. Like I'm not worried. Like my sister makes fun of me all the time. That's a whole nother topic, is like bedtime, but. Dude, Bowie still fucking sleeps in my bed. Like, but I got used to the fact that like.
Oh God, sorry. It's the same.
Same. Okay, so, dude, are you like me? Are all 4 of you sleeping in the same room?
Yes.
Yep, us too.
Can't do it anymore.
Yeah, us too, all 4 of us. And because
that should be a whole nother topic.
I know
how
it is
long
another
is
topic,
it?
but because it started because we got to a point where we're like, maybe this is it. Maybe it's just me, you, and Bowie, and we need to slow down and start soaking in everything. And so we let Bowie sleep with us. And when I tried to like put the kibosh on that before the baby got here, she like freaked out. She like hyperventilated. She was like, I don't want to be by myself, and my sister's taking my place, and I'm just not, yeah, it was too much. And I was like, oh fuck it, I don't even care what people think about me. Like, let's just all we have a California king, so Bowie sleeps in the middle of us, and the baby sleeps in the baby bed. Like,
see, but that's the number one thing what you just said right now is I don't care what anybody thinks about me.
Yeah, I really don't care anymore. I don't care.
Cares what everybody does. It's none of your business what I do with my kids. I don't care what you do with yours. If
I
you want to sleep with them,
agree.
If you want to feed them pizza for 3 days, if I want to feed them pizza for 3 days, who cares?
I know, I agree, but I will tell myself that I always said I was that fucking mom that said like I'll never let my kids sleep with me. Like I love my husband too much, and that's true. I do love my husband. Like at the end of the day, Brian's like I like him way more than I like my children.
Yeah, co-sleeping will be a whole other topic.
Well, no, that's fine. I'm just saying. I'm saying that I don't give a fuck now because I'm telling myself I've been there where I said I would never do something.
Yeah,
and lo and behold, I did it. So now I know I will never do that again.
Can I tell you as the voice of wisdom here? Get used to that saying.
Oh, yeah, for
You're
sure.
going to find yourself doing things and say, my mother did this, I would never do it, and you're saying the exact same things that she did.
So
oh,
one thing that I keep hearing is obviously finding the patience and the time to deal with our firstborn, to be able to connect with our new baby, but still maintain that relationship.
We want the time. We want the oldest one out of our hair so that we can have alone time with the baby.
Since she's had 4 plus more, how she maintains her relationship with her firstborn with all the other ones.
4 times as much time.
Mm-hmm. And maintain a relationship.
Yeah, how the hell did you do that?
Stop sleeping.
Because for me, I had to tell Brian, and initially I told Brian, I said, listen, I need you to do more, like, take Bowie out for the day. Take Bowie out, like, Bowie was taking her to and from school.
Divide and conquer, right?
Yeah, divide and conquer. Like, you take Bowie, I take the baby. But then, like Jackie said, like, Bowie was like, Mom, I really want you to play with me. And my husband did the majority of the playing. And then I'd be like, well, your dad will be home soon, babe, and she would be like, but Dad doesn't do the girl voices, like he doesn't do it very well. And I was like, oh my God, so I had to just be like, okay, so we're just going to have to switch off. And so now 50-50, like he has the baby, I have Bowie, and I took her out on a date. Like I have to keep it at even keel. Like I can't be like, your sister needs to be fed. Your sister needs to be changed because Brian is there. Like,
I'm not an expectation person. So when people, for instance, when we talked before about those women in our lives that we all encountered the other day, when they're sitting there and like, my kid isn't allowed to throw toys. My kid isn't allowed to eat sugar. I'm like, my kid is allowed to do basically whatever I say they're allowed to do. I don't have expectations of myself of how much I should hold them, how much I should play with them, how much my husband should do it.
That's good.
I'm just living my life.
I like that.
And I've always just incorporated
You're taking it day to day.
Yes, I'm day by day, minute by minute. Everyone's like, how are you? What are you doing with all of these kids? I'm like, well, I have to go to the grocery store. And what do you suppose I do? Pick my most favorite one to bring with me and leave all the other ones at home.
Yes, of course.
We go to the store. We go to the lake. We rent boats. We do it all. And it's usually me and them because their dad, bless his heart, works so much to be able to take care of everybody. That's the only way I know.
Right.
So I don't
really
have,
good advice.
I don't have any other way. I can't.
I don't want to say you survive. It's just like you said.
I am totally survival mode, 100%.
And you just live your life the moment instead of where me, I'm a planner, and so I'm constantly like,
I don't plan. That's too much expectation.
And so I've learned with the second one.
Julia gets so upset when it's not her plan.
Yeah.
So
So
let
I've
me ask
learned
you
with
the
the second
question.
one that I'm finally letting go a little bit and being like, live in the moment. It's okay.
Like let the small shit go. It's
fucking
really
let it
not a
go.
big deal.
Seriously.
So let me reel this in again. My job is to reel this in a little
go
bit.
ahead.
Here.
Okay.
So isn't there some point, Jessica, when you feel like, hey, this isn't getting worse. I'm getting better at this. The first one, I didn't know what I was doing. The second one, now I'm scared because I've got to split my time, and they're different. I wasn't expecting this. By the third or fourth one.
I have mom guilt like every other mom. I go to bed every single night, no matter how great the day is, and I'm crying for something that I've done wrong. And we message each other. Oh, I'm gonna start crying right now.
I know.
We message each other, and it's like you go to bed and you're like, okay, you rethink the day, and you're thinking, I held that one, I love this one, and then you think in your mind, oh my gosh, that child sat there and he was on timeout like half the day because he was being a real asshole. But you're like thinking what you did to cause that, and then the tears start flowing. You're like, oh, they need me. And I didn't. I neglected them.
Because with more kids, don't you get that?
Like that. I wish I feel. Okay, so I used to have an old trainer who told me that she listened to a podcast where the lady was talking about like the hats. Like we all wear separate hats as a mom, where it's like you wear I'm the mom and I have to exude this authority because I'm the mom.
And then you're the friend.
Listen what I say,
so
I can't be your friend because I'd be your mom first.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna listen because I told you to. And I have that hat. I have that mom hat. So for me, I have a hard time getting out of this box that tells myself that uses every opportunity as a learning. Every occasion is a learning opportunity.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly trying to like teach her like this, like something instead of doing what Jessica does and just going with the moment. So Bowie is such a good communicator. She even told me at the grocery store. She told me she needed a break from being big sister. And then later that day, I said, okay, that's fine. I didn't even think anything of it. And later on that day, she was kind of acting up. And it was really rare. And I said, I think that you're showing me that you're tired. Okay, I think we're going to go lay down and brush your teeth and put her in bed. And I'm like, you just need to rest. I think you need to recharge. We've been doing that a lot lately because I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's hot as hell. That's what it is.
It might be, dude. It might be a lot. And so I'm laying down with her and I'm rubbing her back because I can tell she's tired. She's whining, and when they're that old, you're like, oh, Jesus, like you need a nap or something. Like something's going on. So I'm rubbing her back and she goes, Mom, the reason why I said I wanted a break from being a big sister is because I saw you smiling at my sister and I got jealous. And I know. And like she's not even 5 yet. She is such a good communicator.
Yeah, that's how Carter used to be.
She can tell me how she feels and that helps so much, but I also need to appreciate it as like a blessing instead of like the standard that I keep saying. Like I hold her to the standard because she's always been so much more mature.
But I have to ask the four of you, don't you feel like you're getting better at it the more children you have? Isn't that part of the learning? You don't freak out like you say the first one cries.
I'm good at it, but I don't like to put myself in situations where I feel as if I need to parent in order to make other people happy.
Right.
I agree.
When people will make remarks like, oh, you forgot the water, or you did this, and you're just like, yeah, you know what? Every day I forget something, and every day I'm a little bit of a mess, and I don't need to be perfect, and neither do my children. And if you expect us all to be perfect for you, then you could fuck off because we're never going to be.
And I love that mentality because that's
She's
like
the best.
That is such a breath of fresh air, especially for someone like me who is a very strategic.
But you are perfect, just so you know. I was just talking to somebody about you. I'm like, we go to the beach and she pulls out this bag and she has a coaster for all of our drinks in the sand. She's got snacks. She's got.
It's because I like to shop. Get out of here.
That's what I say. And
I'm like a tornado. Like we're here.
No, that is, and I love. Go ahead, Jackie. Sorry. Go ahead.
No. Is that you're talking about Juliet?
Yes. We all know she's perfect.
I gotta be honest. I'm gonna throw my daughter like a summer party, and I stalk your Instagram to get ideas.
Like I said,
I do the same thing. Like I buy we send each other links because we have we put each other on spending freezes like half the month. Like there's like 1 week where we can shop like assholes, and then we'll be like, you know what? Like, you have to come to my fucking house, man. I can't spend money today. It's the baby beach or it's nothing,
dude.
So we put each other and
But I think that comes to full circle with. I feel comfortable like you give me your toddlers and your childhood, your adolescence, and I will show them Neverland. You give me babies. I don't want anything to do with them.
Give me the babies and teach me how to be magical.
I can't give you Neverland. It's not going to happen.
So I waited so long for Ezekiel to finally get to this age where I'm like, great, he's not. Actually, he doesn't eat anything, so that's not a good one. He's not putting things in his mouth. I don't even know. That we can actually go like on a pirate ship and he knows what it is. Whereas now I have Malachi, which Malachi's very smart, and he knows what a pirate ship is now, which is amazing. But before that, like where you're at, Jackie, and where Amanda is, I'm like, this baby is a blob. He's nothing to me right now. And it was really hard until
he doesn't respond to you.
No, and I need people to respond to me. So it was hard connecting with my
feel good, like wrapped onto your body, like.
No, he's very heavy.
That.
He's almost 30 pounds. I'm sorry.
I know. When Amanda walks in with the baby wrapped to her, I'm like, just unwrap it and put it on me already. Jesus.
I love when you hold my baby.
So I have another question for Jessica as we come close to the end here. You have different ages, right?
Yes, I do.
And quite a spread, it sounds like.
They all go to bed at the same time, if that's what you're asking.
No.
Good girl.
Are you better with one age group over another? Many moms say, gee, I was so good when they were a baby, and then Juliet's saying, no, I don't know.
Sometimes the older ones, they really do irritate me. I mean, the little babies, sometimes all of them irritate me, to be honest.
Yeah.
But are you better at one group? Because some people say, I'm really a teenager. I was good at the teenage years. I was terrible at the baby years, or vice versa.
Okay, they're all different. I love each of them differently, and they all annoy me differently. But I think that we just go together because, honestly, we have a huge mixture of a family. We are co-parenting. It's big. I am the only one of all the parents who takes on all the children solo. They all either use grandmas, nanas, aunts, whatever they can do to help them. And bless them, they work. They don't have the same luxury that I do. So I have it locked down to where I just have a flow. You know, the older ones sometimes, they're irritating me and they feel like they're being treated like babies. But guess what? That's what I got to do to survive. And I'm sorry about your feelings, but you can't do whatever you want.
Sounds like you're just very adaptive. You deal with the day-to-day, whatever the situation.
That's a really good description for her
adaptive.
as a parent. She's very adaptive.
I'm reactive too, though. I am reactive.
Oh, I'm very reactive.
I try to be proactive, but it's hard because then kids are not, you cannot plan with kids, and they have very hard emotions and with no experience.
Oh, yeah.
So that's when I fall apart because I'm like, I had it planned perfectly.
Yes, and then they ruin it. When you're like, just smile for the picture. Everybody happy.
Oh, the first time we took
Can I make your caller happy, because you guys have so dominated the conversation?
Oh, yes.
Sorry, Jackie.
So how would you feel? You've got how many? 2 now or 1?
This is her second.
It's your second.
This is my second.
And they're pretty close, right, in age?
Yeah. No.
I was gonna be like, wait,
Shiloh's 5, and then the baby's
already?
a month.
Isn't that crazy? It's just like Bowie and Shiloh, they're best friends.
Shiloh's like 5.5, right, Jack?
Yeah, she's gonna be.
Now I held her when she was a new baby, right?
Yeah. That's only
Shiloh, no.
Yeah.
So do you see a difference because of the age?
I think you're thinking
Memorial party? No.
Sorry, we're in a brain bubble right here.
I know, exactly.
You just gotta let it go.
I'm just trying to get to this. You know, you're all saying it's hard.
Jersey one.
Jackie's Jersey.
Yeah, she was at the Memorial Day party. Didn't she catch Levi drinking scrappy beers?
Oh, that was.
We'll settle this afterwards here.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's okay.
Keep going.
So
Jack,
last question to your caller here, and then we're gonna have to wrap this up. So you've got some difference here now. They're going through totally different things. Like
Completely
a baby.
different.
Is that challenging? Is that fun? Does that expand the thing? Gee, I got 2 things to do, or is it better to have them all doing real close together, and they're all going through the same phase, and they're all going through the measles, and they're all going through the same stuff here? I would think that'd be opposite would be fun. You'd have different sorts. One you can talk to, one you're just going goo goo gaga. You know, one you can do things with, one you.
But sometimes you're nursing the baby and you
but
can't
I feel
feed the other one.
Maybe I'm more of the mentality of Juliet, where I like to have things planned out, and I like to be kind of ahead of, okay, if she's feeling this, I'm going to say this.
Right.
And I have this, and if she's, so I feel like I've had that so much where whatever she went through, I was kind of always there for her.
Right.
Because there was nobody else. Right. You were alone. Right.
Right.
You could focus 100% on the problem.
Exactly. And when I want to connect with this little boy and she's going through that, I almost feel like that's a chore, where I never felt like that before.
Right. And that's a really hard thing to feel.
Can I tell you that's why the majority of middle children feel lost?
No,
I'm a middle child.
and I'm perfect.
See? Majority of middle children.
Just saying that we were.
Look at that. See how fast. The fact they said it so quickly, I hit a nerve there.
But that has to be something crazy because we're both middle children, and I'm so glow with the flow, and she's the one who comes with every single thing prepared.
I think I'm technically the middle child because Mom had 2 boys and 3 girls. So the boys did their own thing, and Mom only had to deal with the 3 of us.
Yes.
And so I'm technically the middle child.
Yeah, I always say I'm the.
I would feel like you would be more towards.
See? You know what? You know what?
Wait, Jessica.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. So I keep hearing from my friends who have had more than 2 children that going from 1 to 2 is much harder than going from 2 to 3.
So 1 is 1 and 2 is 20. I say that if you already have 2 and you wanted to go more, it wouldn't affect your lifestyle any.
Really?
That's what I hear.
Just your checkbook.
So 1 to 2 is big. 2 to 20 is not that big of a difference.
Exactly.
When I went from 1 to 2, I used to tell Carter, "You're baby number 1." And that was really assuring for him because he would say it to himself, "I'm baby number 1 and you're
That's what I
baby
tried
number
to do
2."
with Bowie.
That's good.
And now I say, "You're my favorite Carter and you're my favorite Levi.
Wow,
you're my
just like the
favorite
ideal
Sawyer."
mom here.
Yeah, she really
write
is.
a mom book
she really
here.
is.
Well,
No, that's good. I
I
really
don't know if my husband
Very
would
good.
agree until I call him and I'm like, the same as you were saying, you better get home now.
But that's the thing.
The house is on fire and I'm very carried.
Minus the fire like going off in the background. What you just did right there, I think is a great takeaway for everybody is that you gave them something special to hold on to.
Yes. Each.
You are my favorite Bowie. I love that. And I will say that to Ezekiel. You are my favorite my favorite Ezekiel. He doesn't really understand. I don't even know what he understands. But if it ever comes
You
to
are
a
you.
point,
There's no other person who's you or than
I'm
you.
going to do that today.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that today.
I think that's really
like that.
cool. I really do like that.
I learned that from my grandma, actually, because we would all fight and
I
say,
love
"Who's your favorite
grandmas.
grandchild?" And she'd say, "You're my favorite Jessica," or "You're my favorite Lindsay." And
I
was
really
like,
do love that because that
That's a great way to
personalizes
look
it
at
and
it.
it's something that they
And-
can walk around and they cannot compare.
And Jackie, what's working is giving Shiloh one-on-one time. You have to give the baby. I don't want to tell. I don't want to tell like any listeners you have to do anything. But she's my girlfriend, so I can tell her whatever the fuck I want. So Jackie, you have to give Shiloh to, or I'm sorry, you have to give the baby to Russ. You have, so that you can do your old thing
Stuff,
with Shiloh.
I
And
do date days
Bowie,
with Ezekiel.
I had
all the
2.5
time.
hours with Bowie. It might have been 3 hours max the other night, and she kept saying over and over, "This is the best day of my life. This is the best day.
That's
This is the best
amazing.
night."
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, this
Like,
has been the
over and
best
over.
conversation between 4 women I've ever heard.
so
I'm
sweet.
just final thoughts as we go around the table. So, what's the takeaway? Is 1 that much? Is 2 that much harder than 1, or is it you got to get to 20 and by then you don't? They're all the same.
I just think that we should all lower our expectations of ourselves.
I agree.
Love that.
I agree.
Yes.
That would be the takeaway. It's not always going to be perfect. Just go with it.
And that helps me because just going with the flow, because Amanda's my ultimate person who calms me down. Like,
Yeah.
there'll be times where I'm just like, ugh, and she's just like, all right, well, if you show up, you show up. And then I show up, I'm like, everything's great. And she's like, see, it's great. And I'm like, you're right. I had to just shut the fuck up, and I showed up, and everything was perfect. And I need that. I need that.
Julia is very upset.
Get out of here.
Last comment to the caller always.
What do you
No, that 100%. Like that. I love that about you, Amanda. I miss that about you. How calming you are. But yeah, that's just to. If I could take away one thing, it's I got to give the baby away more and just spend more time with my daughter because I know she
Just try to keep it.
Got to spread it out.
Bring it down to the floor.
Yeah.
Bring yourself and the baby down to the floor and then lay there with your child. That way you can all be on the same level and she's
I
not
like
feeling
that
left
too.
out.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's good advice.
Yeah, because usually the baby's
I
up
agree.
and they're
Yeah,
down.
you're up
right?
high on the couch and they're just like pulling at you and you're feeling like overwhelmed.
I love that, Jessica. That's great.
Wow, another good
Yeah,
one.
and I have like a lazy boy that I always feed the baby on, and then Bowie tries to sit on the arm, and I feel so fucking claustrophobic. I'm like, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Take it down
The
to
baby
the floor.
can't sleep. The
All right,
baby-
we're going to take it and wrap it up here. Thanks
you
for
so
tuning in
much.
here.
Thank you, Jackie. Love
Thanks,
you.
Jackie.
Till next week. When's the next show? 2 weeks?
In
2 weeks from
yep.
now.
All right, put
2
it on your
o'clock.
calendar here. You got a date with the play date with the girls here at Vodka.
Thank you, Paul.
and-
You're wonderful.
I love you guys.
You've been listening to Vodka and Juice Boxes right here in Orange County's only community radio station, OCTalkRadio.net.